Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Lockdown Ghost Stories. My name is John Craggs. The stories you are about to see today were created during the lockdown. And today's collection comes from Amir Esteghamatdar, Karl Wharton, Bernard Pellegrinetti, The Penny Dropped by A.D. Cooper, featuring Abigail Thor and Philippa Peake. And finally, 2 interrelated experiences from myself. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you on the other side with details of how you can contribute.
Is this thing on? Hi, my name is John Doe. It's been 10 years since the last pandemic, the coronavirus. It was outrageous, but now it's 2030 and it's a lot worse. There's a new virus out there, something that I only imagined of. Something that I only saw in video games and people's nightmares. Zombies, they're real now. They're everywhere. You need to watch out, alright? Look, everyone thought that the coronavirus was the worst pandemic we've ever had. This time, it's a lot worse. Hundreds of thousands of people got the coronavirus before in 2020. But now, 2030. We had 10 billion people on the planet. And now, it's down to 500,000 people. Seriously, 500,000 people. Not a lot. You guys need to watch out. If you're still watching this video, you need to stay safe. Lock your doors, lock your windows, lock everything you can. Go somewhere that's safe. Somewhere where you have food, shelter, away from these nasty zombies. Trust me, you don't want to know what happens to you if you get it. Don't get the virus. I repeat. Please don't get the virus. It's really tough, but Amy, if you're watching this video, I want you to know that I'm coming out there. I'm going to save you. I'm going to find you. I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure you're safe and you get back with me. I want you to know that there's still hope. Also, other people watching this video right now, there's still hope, alright? I'm gonna find and help as many people as I can on the way. 500,000 people. Still enough to get this planet going. Still enough to get rid of the virus. We need injections. We need something that would get these zombies back to normal. I don't think that would be possible, but it's still worth a try. I'm John Doe. I'm going to sign out. Stay safe. Watch out. Don't get the virus. I repeat, stay safe.
Hi there, my name is Karl, and my ghost story happened to me probably about 15 years ago. I had a friend who was a medium at the time. I mean, she's passed away since. And on occasions, perhaps once a month, I would phone her up, arrange to go there and get my cards read. Anyway, this one particular night, I rang her up and asked whether it'd be okay to come and see her in the evening. And she said that she would have a male friend at her house, and he'd be leaving probably about 10 p.m. So I could go there and get my card reading after that. Anyway, I arrived at the house probably about 5 to 10 at night, rang the doorbell, and the door had a glass sort of splay at the top. So I could see her name was Frida. I could see her walking towards the door because all the lights were on in the hallway and in the kitchen. And she opened the door. And as she opened the door, I immediately just passed her, stood in the doorway of the kitchen, was this gentleman. And the thing that stood out to me was that he had lots of hair, but it was very, very silver, lots of very thick silver hair. And I looked at him and then obviously leaned in to give Frida a kiss. And then after the kiss, looked and he'd gone. So I thought, obviously that's her friend and he's in the kitchen. So I'll meet him in a couple of seconds. So Frida, welcomed me in and said, come into the kitchen. So I walked into the kitchen and to the left was where the kitchen table was. So I turned expecting to see this gentleman with the silver hair. But no, there was a gentleman who was smaller, dark, thinning hair, completely different. Not the same guy that I'd seen stood there. So in my mind, I thought, that was really, really strange. So didn't say anything. Frida introduced me to her friend, and he was just about to leave. So all the niceties are over. Her gentleman friend's gone. Frida sits down, ready to give me the reading on the cards. So at that point, I proceeded to tell her about the gentleman that I'd seen. And she said, "Oh, that's my husband." Her husband obviously passed away many, many years ago. She said, yes. He's quite often seen when people in the house, if they go upstairs, use the toilet, and sometimes, people look out the window, they see him in the garden or whatever. So she showed me a picture of her husband, and yes, it was definitely who I'd seen stood there. I remember even to this day, he was stood there, he had a white shirt on with his sleeves rolled up. Height-wise, I'd probably say he was about my height, 6 foot, but broader than me, with slacks on, trousers, and he wasn't a ghostly figure. He wasn't see-through or anything like that. He was just as solid as you or I. And I remember that, obviously, to this day. Obviously, I wasn't afraid, because I'm not afraid of the spirit world. But that's my ghost story. I'd like to see someone explain that to me. See, No, it wasn't Saturn rising. It wasn't a reflection. It was this apparition of Frida's husband stood in the doorway, not being protective in any way. He was just there, and he was gone within a split second. So, no need to be afraid. Hope you enjoyed my story. Maybe I'll relay a few more next time. I've seen a few other things as well. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bernard Pellegrinetti, D-Boss Talent. I was staying with my cousins in their home in rural Italy many years ago. They let me sleep in their double bed, but from the beginning I could not sleep because there was a heavy weight on my bed cover in the pitch black. I couldn't understand what it was. I had to keep turning on the light and checking, but there was nothing there. There was no light in the room at all, absolute black. I couldn't get to sleep because of the weight on the cover. There was a chink of light coming through the curtains, was a faraway light. It seemed to be pointing towards a window from a long distance. All this strange experience ended when suddenly there was like a streak of lightning on the bed cover in the shape of a cat clawing, a cat that was lit up white. It was very sudden, and after that there was complete peace and there was no more disturbance.
It's Angie. I had to go. One last time. I can't live like this. If she doesn't come, doesn't help me tonight, I'm checking off this planet a one-hit wonder. Pray the penny will drop. Just one last time. Please. No.
You haven't kept your side of the bargain.
I found the woman. I did. She's old now, and she threatened to do the same thing to me. I just ran.
So where's my revenge? You were a drunk. A nobody. Now you've turned my tragedy into your triumph. A sip of success, and you forget your obligations. Why come back now?
Look, writing your experiences, it changed everything for me, and I can't thank you enough. It's just, I need another brilliant story.
Can't be murdered again.
I'm against a deadline. Please.
Shall we wager again? Say, heads, you get another bestseller. Tails, your body's mine. Bye-bye, Angie. No.
Hi there. I have two interrelated stories, which all I can really say is are unexplained. In 2015, I sadly lost my mother. This would be April of the same year. And at that time, my partner was made redundant. And one particular night, we were sat having a conversation about, how we were going to move forward, hoping that he would get another job, how we were going to be able to pay bills, that kind of thing. And in the middle of the conversation, he stopped and sort of went, "Ooh, God." And I said, "What was that?" And he said, "It felt like two hands, or two fingers, I should say, move down his face." Just like that. And I only believe that was, maybe I'm wrong, my mother. She would do that. She used to do it to me. She met David 2 or 3 times, and she was a very caring person. How do we explain this? I don't know. The second thing is, and I'm going to show you this, you can see up here, I'm pointing here, this picture, which is, it is actually stuck on with blue tack. However, on more than one occasion, this picture I've found. I'm going to move it off and I'm going to show you. There. You can see it's by the side of the kettle. Neither David or myself have touched that. So if there is a logical explanation as to why that moved down to there, I'd be interested to know. My mother didn't like that picture of her. I like it. She didn't. So who moved it? You decide. I hope you enjoyed today's stories. Now, whatever your beliefs are in the paranormal, there's always something which can't be explained, isn't there? From things that go bump in the night, to maybe seeing someone who isn't there. And we would like your story. So, send your 5-minute video to me at ukactorsnetwork@gmail.com. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on Lockdown Ghost Stories. Sweet dreams.